Welcome to Kamatov TV. I'm Chaim. Today, my guest is Chaim Cohen. Chaim is a lawyer who's been in the legal field many years, but he's also...
Don't exaggerate, you're not so old. Yes.
Not that many years,
okay.
He's still young. But he's also a long-standing member, an active member of the Labour Party Avoda, and has many friends and colleagues in the Labour Party. He's a real Labour Party insider. So we've brought him here today to talk about the Labour Party, about Bogie Herzog, and about the Machaneh Hatzioni Hadash from an insider's point of view. So welcome, Chaim.
Thank you very much. I just want to add that I was the legal advisor of the Labour Party for some time.
Right.
And it's a good starting point, because I remember when I was the legal advisor of the Labour Party, we used to have the meetings of the committees of the Labour Party. It was Veidat HaMiflaga, and we used to sit there on the top of the table. Ehud Barak was the leader of the party, with the Professor Shitrit. He was like the head of the constitution of the party, and I was the legal advisor, and maybe the Secretary General of the party. And Bogie Herzog was down there making his beginning of his campaign, of his race, because he wanted to be the leader of the Labour Party. I used to look at him from Nemala, from the top, down. It looks to me very unrealistic that he's going to be the leader of the party, and I want to say that he did it. And it's a very good. I mean, I think it's very good. Kol hakavod, as you say.
Yes.
Because I thought people are not going to let him do it, because we used to be always having leaders of the Labour Party which have a long time record from the army or from the history of Israel. When you see, the Labour Party was founded by Ben-Gurion, was one of the leaders, and all Golda Meir, and all those people, they were leading us. So and Ehud Barak, which I think was a good leader for the Labour Party also, although sometimes he had problems. So I think that people didn't expect that Bogie Herzog would be the leader, and I think this is very good of him that he managed to do it. The first time I thought, and I believe that Bogie will make it, is one time when I came to visit him when he was the minister of the tourist affairs in Israel. And it was in the beginning of his political career as a minister. I went to meet him for something, I don't remember what was the reason, and I was waiting there for the meeting that I came a little bit before, and I could see the way that his office was arranged and running. I said to myself, this guy got the spirit of a leader. You could see that he was a beginning. And you know what? He was dressed like a leader, he behaved like a leader, and I could see the way that his office was managed, that he got it. He got it in a different way, and something new that I think it was for Israel.
What is that different way of his? That's different.
He is more listening to the public. He was more aware. The Lishka was working very nice and 90. His people used to be working very good, and he was a person. He didn't lose his way of behaving to the people because he's a minister. And one of the nice things he did a short time after that I think is very nice what he did. He gave up to be a minister of tourism, which is a very nice job. You go overseas, you go to hotels, you go to meet people from the tourist field, and he became the minister of welfare, minister of Misad Avoda V'Arvacha. He gave up the job because he wanted to do for the society. And this is the second step at which I could see it could be the leader. If I could give him an advice, I would say to Bogie Herzog, hey, stop. Don't worry, and stop what's going on in these last days. Go back to yourself. That's what I would say to him, because he doesn't have to show anybody that he's an aggressive person.
You think that he should stop trying to present himself as something that he's not.
Exactly.
Is that what you're saying?
When he started the campaign, he said, "This is me. You can call me chnun, nerd, no?
Yes,
Nerd, and that's me. I don't think there's anything wrong about it because he's a work maker. He's producing. He succeeded. He knows that he's clever. He's a lawyer. He gave up one of the biggest law firms in Israel. It was inherited by his family to go to the political and to do what he can believe. He could be very, very rich and he could have a very good life and not struggle so much. So he's a performer. He is a leader. He did it. He managed to overcome everything, and that's why he could do that. He doesn't have to show that he's aggressive. He doesn't have to scream when he go to a TV interview like he did last weekend. I don't know who's giving me this advice. I think it's the wrong advice. I think that he should be himself. He should explain what he's doing. I'm not so in favor, honestly I tell you, I'm not so in favor of Tzipi Livni. I've got a lot of critics about her. I don't know her personally, I'm just speaking about what I see from outside because I never spoke with her politically, because she wasn't in my party. I don't know what party she was before. Anyway, because she changed so many parties.
She was in the Likud, yes. And then she moved.
Exactly, so I can never remember what was the last party. Anyway, but I think that the step that he did, that he is prepared to share with somebody, it shows that it's okay, it's leadership. I don't think the leadership should be aggressive. I think that the leader could say, I made a mistake. I'm consulting with people. I'm sharing responsibility, but I'm deciding. And I don't think it's anything wrong. It only shows that you're a leader, you believe in yourself, you don't have self-confidence problem, that you have to prove that you're strong and you're the one to do it.
That he's able to put aside his ego.
Exactly. He got two new campaigners that are helping him a lot now, lately. His two new campaigners are Bibi Netanyahu and Son Netanyahu. I think they joined the campaign of Bogie Herzog and all the mistakes they make in the last days.
Yes.
I think that this movie about the kitchen, I think it's a disgrace.
Yes.
It's a shame that my Prime Minister's wife and my Prime Minister allowed this kind of program. First, they're cheating us. I understand that the kitchen wasn't the right kitchen, and I understand that this is not exactly what they're supposed to be shown. Second, they're making a mistake about showing the house of the Prime Minister. I understand the head of the Shabak said that it's a security problem to show that. And third, if they think that we're so stupid, that that's how they're going to convince us, so they underestimate the people of Israel. And this is helping Bogie those mistakes. So he should take those mistakes and should go with this program and make it.
Well, it's interesting that you say that because yesterday there was a poll came out that said that the Machaneh Hatzioni is, according to this poll, the biggest party with 25 mandates. But the perception of people is that Bogie Herzog is not suitable to be Prime Minister the way that Benjamin Netanyahu is. How do you think he should overcome the perception of the public?
That I don't remember, I don't recall, since the murder of Rabin and the new way of Barak when he was in 1999, the people of Israel, they were waiting for somebody, and Barak had his charm and his legacy and his history. That since this time, there wasn't any leader of the Labour Party that managed to put the Labour Party more than in the 2-0. I mean, more than the 2-0. So he is giving us now from those polls 25 mandates and more votes than the Likud. And everybody knows that the Likud is being led by Bibi. The people, when they see security problems, so they want to be more conservative and do careful change. And the other thing is, I think, but I believe is that the media is making now a lot of damage to Bogie Herzog more than they think. They want to help him so much that they're hugging him because they are going out of their way to help them in a way that is already clear for the public, that they got a clear interest to attack Bibi and to attack maybe the right parties more than anybody, especially Bibi, and to help the Machaneh Tzionii. And the people of Israel, they feel that they are being forced by the media, they're being misled by the media, and in the last years, the people of Israel are losing a lot of belief and trust on the media. And that's why I'm saying again, this is very good what you're doing here with your program, that you're giving a new kind of media, open media, not people that you can give any ideas, not people that got interest like it is in Israeli media. And because of that, it goes the other way around. I mean, people see that the media are helping very strongly Bogie and the Machaneh Tzioni, and they react the other way around. And I want to tell you, last week, when there was a strong attack about being before the media, so the Likud was having more mandate than the Machaneh Tzioni. When they stopped a little bit.
So you're saying it works the opposite way. As soon as you attack Bibi, his supporters rally and he gets more votes.
Exactly. And this because people are losing trust in the media, and that's not helping Bogie Herzog. I think Bogie Herzog and the Machaneh Tzioni should go also more, not only in the main towns and the bars and the coffee shops in Tel Aviv. They should start to go much more and to appear more in the periphery, in the towns which is in the south and the north, in the shchunot.
But that's an interesting point that you make, because traditionally those outlying areas are not Labour supporting areas. They support the Likud. How does Bogie Herzog and the Machaneh Tzioni try and turn that around? What is the message that they should be giving?
There is no reason that those people will support the Likud, because I think the Likud party, especially Bibi's ideology, is one of the parties that made more damage to any other people, to the poor people in Israel, and to these towns out of Israel. We got very big economic problems and not economic problems. We got a lot of social problems in Israel. There's a big discrimination between the rich people and the poor people. This privatization ideology is destroying ideology for the state of Israel, because all the goods and all the business of Israel are being privatized and being bought by the same people and the same families.
There's the monopolies. They control
also,
the
exactly.
economy. And how do you think that Trachtenberg's plan is something that can combat that?
I don't know exactly what is Trachtenberg's plan. I know what should be Bougie's point of view.
Yes.
When you go and you put Trachtenberg, professor in economics, to the people in Shchuna Be'er Sheva or in Shchunat Hatikva, so they're not going to catch Trachtenberg plan for the economy. What you should do, you should go and say things very clear. You should say, I want to stop privatization.
The election has happened, and according to the polls today, the Machaneh Tzioni gets the most mandatim.
Yes.
How are they going to form a coalition from who is available in the political spectrum today? How are they going to manage to build a coalition?
I think that if the Labour Party will get many more votes than the Likud, it will have an impact.
How many more do they need? Mandate?
Let's say, I think if it's, let's say they get 25 to the Labour to the Likud, even 25 to the Likud and 30 to the Labour Party, which is something that they can make it.
How do they get to 30? They always
they can
around
make it. They can make it. There's a good chance they can make it. I'll tell you why. Because Lapid is disappointing, and Lapid has made many mistakes, and I'm happy that it is happening, because already from before he's not so like the people think. Anyway,
are those 5 not already in the 25? Because Labour has what? Not even.
I don't
15
think, because
don't
forget he had 19 at least. Another 5 he can take from there. He had 19. He's now already lost.
Say 11,
exactly, he already lost like 8. So at least another 5 or 10 we can get from them. Kahlon, they say before he started, they say he was going to get 10 or 8. Kahlon is the disappointing, because he was the promise, and he is very, very weak, and he's not doing it well. He's not presenting his legacy in a way it should present it, and also disappointment, and also people can go in, because all the people that go to Kahlon, Don't people center a little bit right maybe, or people with social ideology, they're looking for their house, they don't find in the Likud, so if Bogie works cleverly, they go to Bogie also. I think the relationship between Bibi and Yvette, which I'm not so sure that Yvette will go in, but if Yvette gets some mandate, I think that there is a crash between the two of them. So Yvette, in order to save himself, because he's in big pressure, he can go to Bogie. I don't know if they're going to accept him, but he could go to Bogie. I think that like all the religious parties, they have a reason. They have a reason to say now they're going with Bibi, but they can change their mind.
But they say they won't sit with Lapid.
And Lapid, I don't know how much he's going to have. I don't know how much Lapid is going to have. Maybe it's going to be a good opportunity for the religious to make a revenge on Lapid and to put him out, like he did to them in the other time. So there is a good chance that the Labour Party, with the leadership of Herzog, could make the government if they go on in the same way. And don't forget about Kahlon's people, and Meretz could support. So that's what they have. And I don't see anything wrong that the Arab will support also. Anything wrong with that.
That's what I wanted to ask you about. Where do you see the influence of the joint Arab list on these elections? Where is the power going to come from? Are they going to, they said that they're not going to recommend on Bogie Herzog because of the Chaim Cohen reaction from the Labour Party towards her.
The truth, I don't know what's going on with this item, because I think in the meantime Bogie changed his mind. I think there was like a reconciliation. I don't know.
Was there?
I don't know. I'm not so sure. But the Arab surely are not going to support Bibi. So Bibi is losing these 50 votes, so it goes in the side of the Labour Party. And I think that the Arab did something very good. I even think that the Arab did something very Zionist. They had all the parties together. It's good for the state of Israel that the Arab voice will be heard, not by part. And I hope they're not going to split, and they're going to be heard, really heard, because if we got the Arab society don't feel discriminated like they feel now, it's only good for the state of Israel.
I agree, and the thing with the Arab Party though is that they will probably decide, as they usually do, to keep themselves out of the actual governing coalition.
Yeah.
Do you think that that's the right approach for them?
I don't think so, but unfortunately, I don't know if we're ready, the people in Israel are ready to have them in the coalition. I wish the two sides will learn that. They have to learn that to be in the coalition, and we, the people in Israel, the Jewish people in Israel, should learn to accept it. Maybe it should be taking time. I think the first step is the join parties. Maybe with the time goes, it will come.
So you think neither side is ready
It's
for
ready.
that
It's
yet?
not only them to blame. Also, we can blame ourselves very easily.
Yes. Okay. So, so basically, you think that in the next 4 weeks, there's a good chance that Bogie Herzog and the Zionist camp are going to be able to gather more votes and get to that crucial 5-mandate lead over the Likud.
If Bogie come to himself back like he used to be at the beginning, there is no reason for him to change, because when he was himself, he did very well. And if Bibi and Sarah will go on helping us, so there's a good chance. And I think that you see many things that people understand. You know something? I even believe that many people that in the market or in some places we scream that they support Bibi, when they go to vote and they remember how difficult life goes with them under Bibi and Likud leadership for many years, in the right moment they might put the Labour Party in motion. When I'm saying my opinion completely freely, that's what I like about your TV, that everything is free to say what you think, as long as you don't go over the border or the law. And you could read my Facebook post. Sometimes I even was criticizing the people in the Labour Party when I thought they were making mistakes. So I'm not objective, but also I say what I think.
Okay. I would like to thank you very
Thank
much
you very
for
much
coming
also.
in. It was a very interesting interview, and I
Thank
hope
you.
to talk to you again.
For sure. Thank you very much.